We started Yesodei HaTorah to allow every student to have access to the Torah for himself. Not to rely on somebody else to learn for him, not to rely on somebody else to tell him what something means, not to rely on someone else to tell him how he should live his life as a Torah Jew.
In order to have your own relationship to Torah, in order for it to be really a part of you, you need to be able to access it. You need to be able to learn the text. The teaching of abilities to learn is an essential base from which a person could build their own independent relationship to Torah.
I came to Yesodei HaTorah because it has the reputation of being the best and teaching you how to learn by yourself.
What really convinced me to attend Yesodei HaTorah after doing some research was getting some knowledge about the pedagogical approach of the school. If you really want to carry it out through the rest of your life, you have to be able to learn independently, you have to have the material, you have to understand how it works, and that's what I think Yesodei HaTorah provides.
I didn't want to leave yeshiva not knowing how to learn, not knowing how to open a Gemara. I wanted to know how to do these things myself. I like learning Gemara, and I knew Gemara pretty well going in. I was in the top share in my school, but it's not enough just to be good at it for me. For me, I wanted to be better at it.
I knew there was a world of Judaism out there that I hadn't been exposed to. Everything that I knew then is like knowing algebra and then studying calculus. It's a whole different world.
I've had a very strong connection to Judaism in my life, but to go to the next level, I think it's critical that one is able to make his own decisions.
We want everyone to be able to make an informed decision for himself of the kind of Torah Jew he wants to be. Having different approaches to the Torah, all within a Torah environment. That's Yesodei HaTorah, learning how to become yourself.
The hashkafa that we like to present to our students is that you have to take Torah seriously. You have to make it your own, and you have to find rebbeim that speak to you and that you relate to. When that's done, when you're living a life of Torah and you're expressing Torah in your own authentic way, well, that's your hashkafa.
You have to make your own hashkafa. You have to have your own connection to the Torah.
There is not one specific hashkafa of the yeshiva, which I really appreciate. The rabbis have many different opinions. They come from many different angles. The ideas are not being imposed on you. You have a broad selection of ideas to choose from.
I find myself constantly looking into new ideas and really open to new things because the Rebbeim encourage it.
The personal attention you get here from your rebbeim is absolutely unrivaled in any situation I've ever been in my life. I feel comfortable approaching every single rabbi in this school and not only asking them a question about Torah, not only asking them to explain a Rashi or a Tosos, I feel comfortable also asking them about the game last night.
We have a dynamic and phenomenal faculty.
Every Rebbe makes a personal connection with each student. Every Rebbe enables every student to feel he has a personal connection with Torah.
If you ever need somebody to talk to, there's always somebody to go to.
The rabbis are here all the time. You can call them, you can go to their house for Shabbos, and it's not just like a job for them.
There are only 4 guys in my morning shiur. There are so many rebbeim to the number of students that you can have a personal relationship with everyone else.
It's nice knowing that there's someone watching you, guiding you on the right path. And I know there's someone looking after me specifically, not just the yeshiva in general.
My shiur has only 6 guys. There's no such thing as a student not getting personal attention.
We structure morning seder a little bit differently. The shiurim are small. Our whole educational approach to learning Gemara is built around activating the student so that the student himself is developing.
First day we go out, we open our Gemara. I didn't know anything. I tried reading it. We raise our hand, Rav Khan, can you tell us what this word is? He listens and he walks away.
The Rebbeim, they don't spoon-feed you anything.
5 lines is going to take us 2 hours. But you know what? After you get it, you feel more accomplished. And then the next 5 lines is only going to take you an hour and a half.
Shiur is not merely the Rebbe talking and explaining the Gemara, but it's an entire chavrusa. The whole shiur is working together, fighting with each other, arguing.
It'll sometimes get a bit vicious. There'll be arguments, it'll be intense, we'll have different opinions, we'll be yelling.
I wake up every morning excited to go to shiur. It's stimulating, exciting, and fun.
The goal of the entire educational program in the yeshiva is to connect our students to Torah. That goes well beyond Gemara. We teach Jewish philosophy, Chumash, Jewish meditation, Nach, you name it.
You learn Nach here, and you see so many problems that how could you have not noticed it before? And they bring it out, and then they let you try to figure out how to answer it itself.
We have a class called Torah Research Skills, where students learn how to access the Jewish library, how to use all the Sfarim. A student learns how to find answers to his questions. The focus of the yeshiva program is building student independence. You have your own relationship to the Torah.
I went to college outside of Boston, near the city, but not in the city of Boston. I loved that. We tried to replicate the same thing with Yesodei HaTorah. being near Yerushalayim but not in Yerushalayim.
Beit Shemesh is a central location. It's easy to get anywhere. You could buy whatever you need here.
It's a very healthy way to create a balance between both learning and really just having fun. I feel immersed in the culture of Israel. We're an actual neighborhood. It's a very authentic experience.
So really, being where we are, it's the best of both worlds.
The dorm life at Yeshiva is great. There's a good number of guys with great personalities. You could get along with any one of them. There's just a nice, warm atmosphere all across the Yeshiva campus.
Guys who are in general motivated guys, well-meaning, well-behaved guys. They know how to have fun, but they also know what they're looking for.
A friend of mine from Seattle, we introduced some of the guys to this new game of ping pong. It's some variation of it, and we're constantly playing that.
People are socializing. There'll be people playing ping pong, playing guitar in the music room, or just doing anything together. And it's a really great environment. You don't feel alone. You feel like you have a family here.
We're one big chevra. Everybody, gets along with everybody else.
The dorm is just unbelievable. From what I've heard from my friends at other yeshivot, they have no air conditioning in the dorms, which I find is crazy because Israel is just so hot. We have air conditioning, it's great.
In terms of the dorms, they're absolutely awesome. We live in these gigantic houses, and you have air conditioning. You have food all the time if you're a hungry person.
The food in Yesodei HaTorah is amazing.
It's comfortable. We live very comfortably here. I would encourage anybody who wants to explore Judaism and find a whole different side of it to come here.
Anybody from a very high learning level to somebody who doesn't even know Hebrew can come here and really build their connection to Judaism.
Anyone who wants to improve their skills to set a foundation for the rest of their lives.
He has to know that he wants to get something out of yeshiva.
People who are looking for an environment in which they will have room to grow by themselves and be exposed to a number of different opinions. I think that's something that we have that is very unique here in Yesodei.
Anybody who wants to know how to learn, why we learn, and to really get the most out of it, this is the place for you.
Yesodei HaTorah, there is no other place like Yesodei HaTorah.